Hey everyone, I wanted to give you guys an update on what to do when you have an escrow deposit check. Okay, so what to do when you have an escrow deposit check. On my door is an inbox, and there is a form that looks exactly like this. What I want you to do is put your check on this piece of paper and make a copy. Then put the original back in the inbox and fill this out, because now the one that you're filling out has a copy of your check. And then once you've filled it out, including that it's ratified and the date of ratification, because I need to know if it ratified 5 days ago that I need to immediately get this in the bank. If you don't tell me the date of ratification, I won't know. But remember, you're supposed to be turning in this check no later than 3 days after ratification, because I do need some time to get myself to the bank. It's not really fair if you give it to me on the last second. So please don't do that to me. And if it's a lease, has it been approved or not approved? Because sometimes people put checks in my box and then I deposit them because I have no idea that it wasn't approved. So we want to try to avoid that. And if it's a deposit, I need to know, or if it's the first month's rent, I need to know. Okay, so that's why I have these here. Remember, make a copy of your check, then put the original back in the inbox and fill this out. And then, of course, leave the check stapled or paper clipped to this form with the copy underneath and the original over top in my box. And what I'm going to do is then take the deposit slip and make a copy with the deposit slip on there and upload it to your transaction so you have proof of deposit. So if anybody ever asks you for proof of deposit from the listing side, you can always go into your Realty Sync and give them this. It'll show them the actual check and it'll show them the deposit date on it, which is really, really helpful for you. You don't have to come to me to get it. It's already there. If they want a letter, no problem. Come to me. I'll give them a letter. Also, when you're representing the seller, do not forget that you should be getting proof of deposit from the other side. Remember, on settlement day, if the deposit was never made, your seller's going to turn to you and it's going to be your fault. So it's your responsibility to do your due diligence to make sure that the deposit was actually, the good faith deposit was actually deposited. Okay, so don't forget this. All right, guys, also right beside these boxes, you're going to see a clipboard. The clipboard has a bunch of lines on it, and that's for you to log in that you're giving me this check and on what day. That's for your protection. If ever a deposit gets made late, you can come back and say, listen, I made the deposit on this day. I mean, I turned it into you on this day, and then I can't say, oh, you didn't give it to me on that day. All right, so make sure that you're putting the right day and time, and then of course you're logging in your name, the client's name, the check number, and whatever else is needed to be filled out on that form. Okay, guys, so that's what you do if you have a good faith deposit. Remember, get it to me early, fill out this form, and leave it in my box, and I'll take care of it. Thanks, guys.